Did you know that YouTube has over 2.1 billion users that are daily streaming 1 billion hours of content, right? That is insane. Netflix, 220 million paid subscribers. Amazon Prime, 150 million. TikTok has 1.5 billion users. This is a lot of people out there streaming, watching videos, doing live streams, creating content. So what's the problem? The problem is getting all of that data out there to everybody who wants to use it without getting bottlenecked in these data centers that just aren't growing fast enough to accommodate the volume of info. You ever have a problem with your streaming cutting out or slowing down or getting choppy? Right, that's the problem of bottlenecks. Not enough bandwidth out there for all of the streaming that goes on. And in comes PandoProject. That's what I'm going to review today. This one is a real world utility, which I love. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, my name is Sean. I am the Crypto Smith. I do appreciate you coming back and checking out this video about the Pando project. This one is real world utility, which I love, very bullish on it. I gave you the numbers earlier to let you know what the issue is, right? And it's getting all of that data, all this streaming, which is very expensive to move. Obviously, it's bandwidth intensive, and that's becoming a bigger and bigger problem as we move along in this digital age. More streaming's going on, people working from home. You got live streaming happening, TikTok videos, right? Everything's going on, creating a ton of content, requiring a ton of data usage and bandwidth. So PandoProject has come along. Now, they've been out for over a year already, and they've already developed quite a huge ecosystem that I'm actually part of currently. They identified the issues, right? That the video is expensive to stream. Live stream is even more because live streaming has to be transcoded, which means the raw data, in the raw format simultaneously has to be reformatted for different levels of bandwidth available to whoever the end user is, right? And the server farms that they have out there that are called CDNs, which is content delivery networks, they're just not scalable large enough or fast enough in order to keep up with the new demand of streaming. So these top streaming service providers, right, which include Amazon, so they invest billions of dollars in video compression algorithms, and they set up these point of presence, which are called POPs, in many locations around the world. The problem with that, and then them putting out more of these server farms, let's say, is they like to go where the real estate is cheap, and those are usually in rural areas, not areas that are really heavy concentration of the population that's actually using it or the end user. So that last mile bottleneck of choppy, laggy, poor quality video is still, pretty big problems. So what PandoProject has done is they've come up with the idea of decentralized streaming, or basically putting all sorts of small computers together all over the world in order to get the data out there faster and it being available nearer to the point of the end user. And I'm going to go through their website right now. You can see they've already have nodes that have been going on. Like I said, this has been going on over a year now. I'm one of the Ramatrons here, one of the 21,801. So video streaming is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Gamers, video producers, influencers, developers, and of course, viewers depend on. Three major problems, right? Centralized platforms trying to balance demands. These are the CDNs I'm talking about. It results in viewers dealing with a lot of buffering, lag times, poor quality. Second issue, video platforms have ever-changing rules that kick content creators out there and demonetize your videos if you don't do something that they like or you do something that's against their rules. The third problem is the large video and streaming companies are designed to profit their owners and shareholders, not really to share the wealth with the people who are actually creating that content. So, of course, we're talking about YouTube, we're talking about TikTok and Twitch and other platforms that use that content, right? And you do get paid, if you reach a certain threshold, but they usually take half of that, as fees to them, or in the tips industry, basically on YouTube and other platforms, you get 70%, and they keep that 30% for themselves. So Pando wanted to turn around and allow content creators to kind of control their own revenue on what they do, and we're going to talk about all the different apps they have on a different video. This is just going to give you that kind of 30,000 foot overview of what the Pando project is. So here's the content creator, right? They have a video platform. Here's your bottleneck and your CDN with your content delivery network. And then the viewers, of course, they get the short end on this one. Congestion, buffering, Pando projects come up with their solution, right? The Ramatron, which is, so what the Ramatron is, the Ramatron basically, let's say my computer has leftover bandwidth or use that can be picked up by the network and chain that along with tens of thousands of other computers who are also using some of their bandwidth. And that just makes for a much more content streaming bandwidth for the end user so that you don't end up with bottlenecks. Now, I'm going to get into all of the specifics of the Ramatron, what they have, which is basically what my computer is. I have it downloaded on my computer, and it uses some bandwidth whenever it's needed. I get paid a fee in order to do that, which is a great way to make passive income. You can put your computer to work for you, making money while you're gone. And it also works while you're on the computer. You don't even notice it. Now, as I said before, the Pando project started well more than a year ago. They're coming out with version 2.0 here in the first week, December 8th or 9th. Right about then, they're going to be dropping the new 2.0 version. I'm going to have multiple videos coming out on what the upgrades are, how you can get involved, how you can create yourself some passive income. And if you're a content creator, you're going to be able to utilize their platform to have another way to put your content out there and to monetize that as well. Of course, that's something, I'm definitely looking for. So I'm going to concentrate mainly on the Ramatron because that's really the easiest thing for most people to do, right? Everybody has a computer. If you're watching me, you may be watching on a mobile device. They also have a mobile node as well that can be used. And you can earn passive income with that, right? So there's something to think about. I'm going to cover each of these individually in future videos. But the Ramatron is basically the one that's going to be able to be used by a lot of people. So I'm going to concentrate really on that. And what that is going to do, that's going to retrieve content from other Ramatron nodes, and then it's going to distribute it to the end user, right? That's what happened. All the Ramatrons are talking to each other. These are going to be on the blockchain, and you're going to get paid for your uptime. Like that's about as easy as it can be. And then you also will be able to get rewards for staking your PTX token, which is the native token for Pando Project. So everything is kind of on hold right now. I just wanted to get this content out there to let you know what's coming on the first week of December. You can download your Ramatron, but not yet because they're not come out with the mainnet 2.0 launch. Create content. They're going to have, so Pandojo is something I already have on my phone, and you can upload videos to this platform. And that's just another social media site. You can get your content out there. They're going to come out with TutorX, Vixo, Show.us, and Pandogo. And here's Pandojo, available App Store and Google Play, right? This is getting updated right now. So this is getting updated right now. What makes the Pando project so special? Seamless streaming, earn by watching ads, plenty of apps, a complete ecosystem. It's a great community project. Now, this one is done in the Philippines. It's really not big here in the U.S. just yet, but that is coming down the road. It's going to have, in the Pando apps, there's going to be a multiple angle camera. And then Ramatron, of course, you can earn by sharing your excess bandwidth. And just traveling on here, here's the PTX token. That's the native token. PTX is the heartbeat and lifeblood of the Pando ecosystem. It brings life and power to every aspect of the project. PTX is the governing currency used. Right, I own some PTX. Ramatrons are activated with PTX, so you do have to stake a little bit of your PTX token, but you do get an APY on that, which is really cool. And on top of that, you get paid to use your computer and the excess bandwidth you might have. The roadmap, so they started way back in 2018 when this thing got rolling, right? And we're up all the way to here, Q1 2023, basically the mainnet 2.0 launch, which is actually going to launch December 8th and 9th. And then they've got some future projects they're still working on. Here's the whole team here. I'm not going to go through everybody, but I am going to have an AMA or two, maybe multiple, with John Crispala. He's the director of the Philippines, but he's also a heavy presence here in the U.S. Super nice guy. Look forward to doing that. And that right now is the Pando project. They are available on LBank. And here's some of their headquarters, some of their offices. They do have one in Korea, Singapore, Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Thailand, Brunei, and the Philippines. Like I said, not really a presence here in the U.S. just yet, but they are growing quite quickly. So I look forward to growing with them. And let's get back up to the top. Basically, this is what I had planned for you with the Pando project. I wanted to do just a general overview to give you an idea of what it's about, right? Earning passive income with your computer. If you're a content creator, you can it'll give yourself another way to put your content out there and monetize that. They are a technology-based company. the real world you solving real world issues with the added benefit of crypto. And in future videos, I'm going to go in depth and in detail on each one of these items that you can get into: the Ramatron, the Metatron, the mobile version, and then some of the other apps that they have like Pandojo. I do appreciate you guys watching the video. If you wouldn't mind, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and keep a lookout for future videos on the Pando project. All right, you guys have a good one.